Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Zawes, and this is Team EquALL and Women in Fashion. On this fine day, we're going to dive in and talk a little bit about fashion industry. More specifically, well, you see, we are forced to be someone else on a daily basis. Each and single one of us has dealt with some sort of harassment, abuse, judgment, mocking, intimidation, or threats. Each and single one of us has been told to change something about ourselves. And it doesn't matter what exactly. It could be your appearance, the way you talk, or even the way you breathe. Each and single one of us has been forcefully convinced to be someone else. And I personally used to think a piece of cloth couldn't have a meaning behind it. Moreover, I couldn't even imagine someone experiencing an act of emotional or physical abuse just because of it. However, the data never lies. And according to EquALL questionnaire, every third young woman lives in constant fear while being in public places. The most common reasoning for this is simply because of the way she's dressed. But here's the catch. It doesn't affect only women. In fact, 50% of our respondents stated that they have been told off simply because of the way they're dressed. So EquALL team didn't want to accept these fashion stereotypes or ignore them, the big society trap. What we wanted to do is fight back and create a safe place for teenagers to freely express their own way of doing art. Fashion is art. So this is the main reason why I wanted to make an impact. We've spectated enough dreadful situations related to this topic. This is where we want to make a change in our own country. So what have we been doing? Plenty of educational facts, tips, famous models and celebrities, inspirational stories on our social media platforms, which is Instagram and Facebook, that reached overall nearly 3,000 people and created its own little audience. Speaking of social media, the occasional giveaways collaborated with our partners, for example, Bazaar Tea, Zip Store, Globus Grabnica, and many more. Also, we had a virtual Fashion Week challenge and an Instagram live stream was included. Secondly, we went to the places where usually are the teenagers, schools. And this is where we presented our own research information about this topic to them. But all of this was just a preparation for something bigger. Because just a week, actually, ago, we created our own big event, a fashion show that took place in Riga Plaza on the 3rd March, and we invited 11 motivated teenagers from all over Latvia to present their own way of doing fashion. And we also presented some of our statistics. We provided maximum safety and comfort, and that was very fun. You had to be there to experience it. But now the big question, what's the next step? The next step is creating more and reproducing already sustainable and scalable business plan, which is Fashion Manifest. For that, we have everything. And in the future, we could travel around Latvian schools and create something similar, like a fashion manifest for teenagers. We have great teamwork, we have finances, and most importantly, we have the courage and motivation. And we are supportive, honest, and of course, very equal. My name is Alice, I'm the team coordinator, Yaroslav, the social media manager, Undina, the idea generator, Zana, the accountant, and last but not least, Rachel, the communication manager. And of course, our beloved mentor, Agnes Strasda from Riga Business School, that unfortunately isn't here with us today. And how we collaborated, weekly Zoom calls, and occasional meetings in person. But that is all. Let's make fashion both of us together. Thank you. Any questions?
How did you manage to get into Riga Plaza?
Yeah, we managed it.
I see, but how?
How? Okay, we have decided to select Riga Plaza because of her active actions. Because she, like Riga Plaza is a shopping center that organizes a lot of events that supports also youngsters from all over Latvia. And we just managed to text them, sent an email, and that's why we created our fashion manifest.
Thank you. I'm loving some of the outfits that are just going past on the screen. But that brings me to ask, why did you decide to choose this topic? What made you so passionate about it?
Well, we already mentioned it in the presentation, but thank you for your question. Yeah, because this topic is very skeptical. In a society, especially old generation, doesn't really understand it. And we wanted to spread the word about it and let the teenagers do whatever they want to. So.
Thank you.
I think I am this older generation. Yes, yeah. But actually, my question is that you are more like talking about young generation and that you are talking to young generation. But at this question, you answered that actually you need to talk to older generation and to make older generation to understand it. And for example, I am absolutely unlimited fashion because my size of boots are more to male fashion, and I'm usually buying sneakers actually in male shops because they are cheaper actually. Maybe you can use this one for your promotions that actually ladies can buy something at male shops because it's cheaper, really cheaper. At the moment I also have one brush. It's not female brush, it's from a male shop. It's for male actually. And in this case, maybe it's more you need to talk, consider that you need to talk to older generation. Awful, like us. Yeah. But that means that we are in unlimited fashion at the moment. But just question about consider that maybe you need to choose another audience for talking.
Yeah, that's a good point. But what I want to add is that, yes, the models are basically, they are teenagers. But spectators, the viewers, the audience, it can be whatever age. So they still can watch it and take like an example for us, for it.
Thank you. A question from my side is about the funds for your future activities. You mentioned that you do have them to keep going, and I would imagine that putting on a whole fashion show probably takes some costs, or at least persuading some people to do it for free and take photos, DJ, and so on. I was wondering whether you were doing did you do crowdfunding as well, and what was your experience with that, or did you go about it in another way? How did you attract the funds?
Okay, so in December, our project was published on the site Tausatbals. We have managed to collect more than we have planned. We have collected 700 euros, but we have planned 500. So yeah, we achieved a lot. So yeah, and we decided to use this money to organize the event in the Riga Plaza, and also this money will go on our others plans that will be in March. And yeah, thank you for the question.
Okay, one quick follow-up. What was your strategy? I mean, 700 euros sounds like a job well done to me. How did you manage to do it? Like comms related or in any other way?
Okay, so we are talking about sponsors and partners. So our big sponsors were Basil Tea. It's a company that's is over the world, and in our Baltic states is Alanica. Sea Alanica is offering transport in Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia as well, and has a lot of partners like Rimi, Maxima, and others. So yeah, and also Azalea Logistica. It's a company that offers logistics worldwide. So yeah, that's our big sponsors.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, just to clarify the concept for me. So imagine I'm a 17-year-old and I somehow spot your social media, and so what happens? Like I go to this event, or I follow this page and I get information, or like what is this fashion manifesto? Just explain to me, please, a little bit more this concept. Thank you.
Well, if you were interested in this fashion show, you would follow the link in which you could fill out the form for taking part of this event. And afterwards, we asked for the participants to send their clothes. What are they initially thinking of wearing and presenting? And after that, we selected the ones that we enjoyed and thought were accurate. And then the fashion week, the fashion manifest happened.
So, jury, any more questions? No, thank you, girls, for your wonderful presentation.